who I want to shout out. Jaylen, you too.
Who's Jaylen? Who's Jaylen?
Jaylen's my friend.
Who that? I ain't never heard no Jaylen.
I said Amir, Amari, Jaylen, Dylan.
I never heard no Jaylen.
Oh, Jaylen's my friend.
From where?
No way you're doing this on the podcast.
I ain't hear about no Jaylen.
Bro, I'm about to get clipped. No, Jaylen's my friend. He lives in Atlanta. He's an actor. He's very successful. Jaylen, we love you over here. Okay, guys.
Let me ask you this question.
I don't watch First Take. However, this morning, okay?
You say that about your daddy.
No, I love you, and I love First Take. It's just not my cup of tea.
You don't watch it because you're in school.
Yeah, I'm getting educated.
That's the real reason.
I'm getting educated, y'all. But listen.
All right, then just say that. Don't just say like you don't like the show or you don't watch your dad.
No, it's a great show.
Because you're in school.
Yeah, I'm in school. I'm getting educated, okay, y'all? But let me tell y'all, I was watching First Take this morning, and they were talking a lot about this home court advantage, okay? Home court advantage is a real thing. Now, obviously, y'all are going to be like, oh, Samantha, like, duh. But no, for real. I really think that is going to carry Oklahoma City to the championship, to the chip.
Why'd you say for real twice? Like for real? How come once isn't good enough?
Because it's like for real, but not like for real. I just want to say, you guys, it's such a blessing to be here on this beautiful afternoon. I'm just really, really grateful to be here. Where were we this morning, Dad? Tell them.
We were at Fanatics Fest.
We were at Fanatics Fest. Yes. Exit. Advice for an admin that's going bald at a hilariously fast rate. Y'all, okay, wait, can I, 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4. God dang, I ran out of fingers, chat. Guys, it's not his fault. Like, if you find pictures of him when he was, like, little or, like, younger, it wasn't like this. Dad, give advice for an admin that's going bald at a hilariously fast.
We could be crowning a champion today. One thing we know for sure is that it's Bring Your Daughter to Work Day. Because look who's in the building, Samantha Smith. Look at that, camera ready.
Hello, say hi.
Hi guys, I'm Samantha. I'm talking here.
Yes.
I'm Steven's daughter. I'm so happy to be here. I've made so many friends. This is really great.
Just got here 5 minutes ago.
This is a really great experience, and I feel really grateful to be here, you guys.
We absolutely love the analysis there by Samantha.
So good.
Thank you. Oh, you can hype us up any
Did you
day.
just interrupt her while she was talking?
I'm so sorry. Please, should we just?
No, it's good. We're going to wrap and get it back to Bristol. We just needed to show you were camera ready and ready to go. So next time you're on vacation, let's slide the other one in.
I will.
Yes?
Yeah. Bye, Dad.
Okay, perfect. We'll see this guy on NBA Countdown coming up. Look at the face. Just stop. You love it. You love it. Putty in hands, Kevin. You know the deal.
Oh,
you got
totally. Yeah. Yes, whatever you want. Whatever you want. She's the best. We need more of her on the program. That's amazing.
Ad sales and all of that. I know what kind of money. I have an idea, not specifically, of course, but I have an idea of what amount of money I generate for the company. And so my mentality is I walk into work every day. Number one responsibility, how do I make us more money? Number two, how do I get some of it? That's my approach to business.
What's going on there, guys? We back with another one, and I wanted to show those clips at the beginning because it kind of ties into what I want to talk about today. It's Stephen A. Smith and his philosophy as it pertains to getting his bosses some money and him just being able to get a piece of that pie of what he's generated for his bosses. And that whole mentality, I remember Stephen A. Smith said he's comfortable with that. And, you know, that's just kind of how he looks at everything. But then comes along Pat McAfee, gets that deal because he brings his podcast over to ESPN to get him streaming rights while retaining his ability to stream simultaneously on YouTube. And then we see Shannon Sharp, you know, he leaves FS1, he has Club Shay Shay, you know, away from ESPN. He has Nightcap away from ESPN, but, you know, he does his own air thing. So Stephen A. Smith obviously starts his own network, is building that up, you know, has interest in signing new acts going forward and all that. And now I think he's starting to see some of the pushback that the people who had his best interest at heart when they were just offering up criticism, because I felt like Stephen A. Smith had this power back in around 2015, 2016, whenever his last deal was up, he had the power to then start a platform on YouTube. He would have generated so much more interest, probably could have been out in front of Pat McAfee and those guys, if he would have had his own thing. But he was doing ESPN radio. They had him stretched so thin, he didn't have time to stop and think about doing that. But when he saw that dollar amount that Pat McAfee was able to get with his own product, then, it kind of shifted somewhat for him. And so I say all that to say he can bring his daughter on. We've seen his nephew on several times prior to this, but Stephen A. Smith's daughter is adorable, allows many of us to see a different side of him as a dad, but she's good on air with him. They have chemistry, and that's something that you can't even mimic with just another on-air talent. Sometimes the best fit for certain segments is right there in your own house. She has your personality, and you get to see Stephen A. in a different light. And this was my whole thing with what he was saying as far as making his bosses more money. He can't leave his position at ESPN with Samantha, but he could leave, the Stephen A. Smith show to her. He can, leave all the royalties to her. And I know he got other kids and things, but I'm just using her as the example. This is a property that he owns that can go to her when he's gone. And so, that's kind of why I was saying what I was saying. Now, I don't know why other people were saying what they were saying, but I just thought Stephen A. Smith, love him or hate him, he had the power to move on and create something like this. And, his podcast is going up. I don't know what the numbers is now, but steadily going up every day, and he's moving towards politics somewhat. But, shout out to him, for eventually doing it. I just want to go back and revisit that because I don't think there was no Stephen A. Smith show independent of ESPN at the time. But to see, to go back and revisit that comment and seeing him with his own network now, shout out to him. I just wanted to give him some love on that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.